every safe takeoff, every successful landing, every passenger journey. Behind them all is an airport operation working around the clock. This week, we take you behind the scenes of the systems and professionals keeping Nigeria's airports moving. Welcome to FAAN in Focus. I'm Tolulope Adeleru Balogun. This week, we focus on the people, systems, and infrastructure that keep Nigeria's airports operating safely and efficiently, from ongoing developments at Lagos Airport to the operational strategies driving airport management across the country. Welcome aboard.
Hey Siri, what's next on my calendar?
The next event on your calendar is a 7 p.m. flight to Lagos. Before you fly, have your moment at any FAAN VIP lounge, available at all airport domestic terminals.
Work continues steadily on the redevelopment of the Murtala Muhammed International Airport Terminal 1, one of the flagship projects under FAAN's Airport Modernization Program. The project is designed to deliver improved passenger processing, enhanced operational efficiency, and facilities that reflect modern international airport standards. For passengers, every stage of construction represents another step towards a more comfortable and efficient airport experience. Our correspondent has the latest update.
The desire to have the facilities and services in the aviation sector in Nigeria consistently meet up to the highest international standards. And so the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, alongside the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, are working hand in hand to implement the approval of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and ensure that the transformation in the sector is felt by all and sundry. Just behind me is Terminal 1 of the Murtala Muhammed International Airport. It's going through so much, not just a facelift, it's a complete remodeling and reconstruction. Well, from the mechanical to the electrical and plumbing side of things, the work is already ongoing, as you can see on the background there. So much work around the place. Well, it's expected to last these projects for 22 months. We've been into several months already of the work, and the countdown continues towards the completion of the project to ensure that guests, visitors, and travelers who use the Murtala Muhammed International Airport, the busiest airport in Nigeria, on a consistent basis, can have cause to enjoy, as always, seamless delivery of service and the best quality of facilities. Construction activities continue at the Murtala Muhammed International Airport Terminal 1 redevelopment site as contractors push ahead with key phases of the project. When completed, the upgraded terminal will significantly improve passenger flow, operational efficiency, and overall service delivery. The project remains one of several major infrastructure initiatives currently transforming airports across the FAAN network. It's beautiful. Let's look forward to the opening sooner than later. Again, kudos to the MD of FAAN, Mrs. Olubumi Kuku, who works alongside her team to ensure that they supervise the work of the contractors to make this come to fruition sooner than later, as well as commendation to the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, SAN, for working with FAAN to make this come to a reality. The excitement continues, and we hope that we'll have a chance to be back here again very soon to give you even more updates on the work that's going on.
Every day, thousands of journeys begin and end at Nigeria's airports. Behind every safe takeoff and smooth arrival is a system working tirelessly for you. FAAN in Focus, a half-hour enlightenment program on major Nigeria television stations, takes you behind the scenes, bringing you closer to the people, policies, innovations, and services that keep Nigeria's aviation industry moving. Discover helpful travel tips, understand airport processes, and stay informed about the developments shaping the future of air travel. Whether you're a frequent flyer, a first-time traveler, or simply curious about aviation, join us on FAAN in Focus on these stations and across FAAN's digital platforms. FAAN in Focus, bringing the airport closer to you. Brought to you by the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAAN.
Infrastructure is only one side of airport operations. Behind every successful flight lies a coordinated team working around the clock to ensure safety, security, and efficiency. Joining us is FAAN's Director of Airport Operations.
You spent many years in the aviation industry in Nigeria, both as a pilot and now as Director of Airport Operations for FAAN. How has that journey shaped your approach to airport management?
Thank you very much. There's two different fields, I'm just coming up as kind of like as a pilot. Then from the private sector, coming into government, which is the public sector, is kind of like a different environment altogether. You're coming from a place where you're used to, your comfort zone, and to a place whereby it's not something that you are used to, have kind of like its own different mode of operation, So, but it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting because what is good in life is the challenge. When everything goes smooth, there's not an issue, then it doesn't get exciting, it becomes boring. But the challenging part is the most exciting part. So it's better for you to understand from the private sector what is happening. Sometimes you are looking at the public sector, the way they do things. Sometimes you see the challenges, you say, okay, why can't this be done this way? Why can't it be? But because you are coming in a place whereby you get off in the morning, you do it, you just do it. No question asked, you understand? Or you can do it and then do the paperwork later. But here you have to do whatever it is, you have to do the paperwork before you do. So it's kind of like a different world altogether.
Airport operations often take place behind the scenes. What strategy guides FAAN in ensuring safe and efficient operations across its airports?
Yeah, absolutely. There is. Airport, general aviation is dynamic. Every single day it changes. What you think you know yesterday, some people they are maybe 2, 3, 4 years ahead. You understand? So it's like every day you are trying to catch up. New things are evolving. So whatever we are doing, we're trying as much as possible to meet. And aviation is standard. You cannot create aviation outside aviation. It's a global thing. And we have the global regulatory body, which is kind of like the ICAO. So whatever we do is set a benchmark. Then you come into your local area, then trying to define how you want to run it. But definitely it have to be standard. If I go from here to Ghana, how I operate here, I'm expecting to see the same thing there. So whatever it is that we are doing, it have to be the same. Yeah, there might be changes here, they are based on geographical location, kind of local content and whatever it is. But the bottom line is like the standardization is the same.
When emergencies occur, passengers see only the visible response. What systems are already in place long before such situations arise?
Yes, like you say, like already said, aviation is standard. So definitely whatever emergency, any type of emergency has its own standard operating procedure. How to handle that emergency, because there are different kind of emergency and a different way to handle those emergencies. So we have a standard operating procedure for each and every emergency whereby all the staffs are trained. And sometimes you find that an emergency will happen. By the time that you are reacting to that emergency that happened, try to deal with it. Then after it, when you are doing your review, then you see where the gaps are. So most times it's like you cannot have an emergency, say, okay, 100% you have dealt with the emergency and everything you have ticked the box is correct. During your review, sometimes find out that, okay, the reason why A, B, C, D happened, probably we should have done better. Then you come back to the drawing board again, try to kind of like review and then correct those gaps. So, and that is how always we deal with emergency. But for an emergency procedure, we have the GO team, which 24 hours they are on alert. So they deal with the emergency 24 hours. If there is any emergency, they are the first, line of call, the first respondents. So now they have their daily meetings. Sometimes they have meeting twice a day. Sometimes they have daily meeting. While the managing director also have her own meeting with the emergency weekly to brief if there is anything need to be addressed or if there is anything come up, you understand, she did. And now also she have her own line of briefing also. It goes all the way to the Minister of Aviation. So, and that's how the team work. The GO team are having their own daily, while the management have their own management. Every week, there's an emergency meeting, which we discuss about if there is anything or if there is any emergency, no matter how small it is. Like I said, emergency varies. There are certain levels of emergencies. So it depends on which emergency. But anyway, when it comes, we are not praying for it, but when it comes, we deal with it.
Are there any operational initiatives passengers should expect to see across FAAN airports?
Okay, definitely new idea, I imagine, and we're working towards the idea. One of the best new idea that is coming up, definitely we are going into, AI is the thing today. So definitely we are embarking a lot of investing so much on technology. We have so many breaks like all this VPASS that is coming up. And very soon you will go to the gate. You don't need to kind of like you check in. Immediately you check in online, you go to the airport. If you don't have any check-in backstretch, you go to the gate. If you want to pass, all you need to do is like you scan your boarding pass, the gate open, and then you go on your flight. So that is one innovation that is coming. And in our airports, also the new modeling of the airport that we are doing, we are going to introduce an IOCC. An IOCC is something that happens around the world whereby you have all the stakeholders in one place. All the stakeholders in one place, from security, NAMA, NIME, everybody in one place, wherever. If anything happened at the airport, you don't need to start calling people somewhere, but it's like all the decision makers are sitting down 24 hours. All the team, they will sit down 24 hours, they're working. And that is how globally, that is the new innovation that is happening around the world today. Building the IOCC instead of now having all the department or whatever disintegrated. If you have an issue here, you start having to look for somebody somewhere. No. So it's like we want to bring everything together in one box, whereby, so if you need to escalate somewhere, somebody is there, but at least the decision will be taken. Everybody is seeing what is happening. If it is a security issue, everybody know. If there is a delay on a flight, we know that the gate agent will know that, okay, this particular aircraft is going to have delay. So the next aircraft that is coming, I need to push him to another place. So all these decisions will be taken immediately. So it's like whatever that is happening, you are seeing it real time.
The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria has introduced its new car hire application, a digital platform designed to provide secure and convenient transportation services for airport users. The application enables passengers to access verified transportation providers while improving safety, transparency, and service delivery. The initiative forms part of FAAN's broader commitment to leveraging technology to improve customer experience and strengthen operational efficiency across the airport environment. Brought to you by the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAAN.
Across Nigeria, FAAN continues to modernize airport infrastructure through strategic investments in runways, taxiways, airfield lighting, and terminal facilities. These improvements are designed to strengthen operational safety, increase efficiency, and ensure compliance with international aviation standards. They also prepare Nigeria's airports to accommodate future growth in passenger and aircraft movements.
In aviation, it's safety first. So safety first, passenger experience next. And everything we do. So in the past, FAAN had a culture where an airport manager or an individual can just submit a request for what they think they need at that airport. Today, there's a process that is filtered before we approve projects. The first thing we look at is how safety critical is this project? If it is safety critical, one, it has to be prioritized. And the second is, what does it do to improve the overall passenger experience? So we've become a lot more stringent about how we approve projects. We've become a lot more stringent, and there's still a lot of work to do, by the way, but we're improving as it relates to the standards and the quality of the projects that are being provided to Nigerians. Of course, we have the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, which is our regulator. We make sure that we involve them as we carry out a lot of these projects. Just in this room that you were in this morning, I had a project meeting with our consultants. So we have Arab, which has their global team, and they're working with us globally on the airport renovation project. And of course, we had IOCC, who are the contractors, with my management team and a couple of other consultants. And, one of the first things that came up during that meeting was, what are we doing around safety? Because we had some issues that had occurred over the last few months, and to make sure that, we sort of close those gaps. So we continue to improve ourselves. The second question we asked ourselves in that room was, what are we doing around, modern infrastructure, and to make sure that we're pulling in the right stakeholders? For example, we do have, I'm sure as a Nigerian traveling through the international airports, you would see that we do have some processes that may be slightly different from what you see at certain airports, where you have multiple checkpoints for you to get processed or to get checked in. So when you come into the airport, you first have a security agency who's sort of checking your passport and your visa requirements before the airline actually does that. And we've spoken to the likes of, the TSA. So in the US, the Transport and Security Administration, for example, have given us additional security standards. We've spoken to them. So we've spoken to the likes of Delta and of course the likes of United to say, how can we streamline this process? And they've given us some feedback around, some technology that we can potentially put in place, working in conjunction with NCAA. So stakeholder consultation is something that we take very seriously as it relates to safety and improving the passenger experience.
For FAAN, infrastructure investment remains central to delivering safer airports and a better experience for every passenger.
Air travel is changing across Nigeria. The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, is introducing VPASS, the Advanced Passenger Identity Verification System, to transform passenger journey across all domestic airports in Nigeria. VPASS is part of the federal government's drive for smart airport transformation, digital passenger processing, and secure identity-driven travel across Nigeria. It promotes a smarter travel experience across all domestic airports in Nigeria, aligned with international aviation technology and best practices. On board once for a smoother journey. For Nigerian passengers, download the VPASS app, enter your NIN and date of birth, complete your facial verification, you are onboarded. For foreign travelers, download the VPASS app on board once using your international passport and date of birth and complete your facial verification. You can also onboard at designated VPASS kiosks at FAAN airports. Once onboarded, you are free to complete your facial verification at every FAAN airport e-gate. Better visibility of how children move across our borders while supporting a safer and more seamless travel experience for families. Why VPASS? FAAN is determined to position Nigeria's domestic aviation for verifiable identity-driven travel experience with national security, smart airport transformation, digital passenger processing, international aviation technology alignment. Don't wait until your travel day. On board now from the comfort of your home and avoid the last-minute rush and unnecessary delays at the airport. Get verified before you fly. Download the VPASS app today. Available on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. VPASS. Powered by Verzid.
Nigeria recently hosted the maiden global edition of the ICAO Next Generation of Aviation Professionals program, bringing together stakeholders committed to developing the future workforce of international aviation. The initiative highlights the importance of attracting, developing, and retaining skilled professionals capable of supporting the continued growth of the global aviation industry.
So I'm encouraging everyone here to take this serious. Take it serious and see it as a lifetime opportunity for you to develop yourself. You're all basically new in FAAN, maybe 1 or 2 years in FAAN. FAAN is a mini Nigeria. Whatever you want, you can get in FAAN. But remember, you need to serve. Service, diligence. That is what we want. Like I said, I started by saying that Nigeria is a great country, a blessed country. Some of you chuckle. Yes, it is. I say this because I have lived outside. I live outside Nigeria. I have lived outside the block of over 30 years. But here I am here today in Nigeria. I'm the one telling you that Nigeria is a great country.
For FAAN, investing in people is as important as investing in infrastructure.
I know we have new laws in space and now we know that we're also taking this to another level and having our own in-house staff participate in these programs. So we are very well done. I hope you have a beautiful time this holiday and we're looking forward to having your news at the end of the day. It's a very patient team of Phyllis Ho, the leader from Code Matters, the director. Cheers. Thank you very much.
As the Nigeria's aviation sector continues to gather laurel from regional and global regulators, such as the International Civil Aviation Organization, otherwise known as ICAO, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, has decided to open up its investment opportunities to both local and foreign investors who desire to partner with it as it strives to become a regional aviation hub in Africa. FAAN has continued to strengthen its position in transforming the nation's aviation sector into a super hub through a sustained improvement on existing terminals as well as the development of new ones to cater for the growing demands of passenger traffic, diverse cargo handling needs, and warehousing, among others. Being Nigeria's custodian of commercial airports, FAAN has in its portfolio inexhaustible investment opportunities in the aviation sector and an increasing non-aeronautic source of revenue that is now open to genuine investors as partners to deliver improved standards of operational efficiency and the airport user experience in a mutually beneficial relationship. Some of the major exciting collection of attractions for airlines, concessionaires, and specialized investors include the development of terminal buildings and management, independent power projects, cargo complexes or warehousing facilities, avio bridges, hangars, trolley management, multi-story car park development, medical clinics, aviation fuel depot, among several others. FAAN, a federal government establishment, is also poised to give the will-be investor guarantee in the ease of doing business, a focal agenda of the federal government of Nigeria.
As we prepare for landing, every flight begins long before an aircraft leaves the ground. It begins with dedicated professionals, robust operational systems, modern infrastructure, and careful planning. Together, they keep Nigeria's airports operating safely, efficiently, and confidently every single day. Thank you for joining us on another edition of FAAN in Focus. I'm Tolulope Adeleru Balogun. This is an HS Studio production for the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria. Until next week, safe travels.